Difference between though, although, even though. Though, although, and even though are used for the same meaning, expressing the idea of contrast. But structurally there is a small difference between them. In general, though is used more frequently than although, especially in spoken English. They convey the same meaning, but although is thought of as a more formal choice. Though and although can also mean but, or, however. Not even though. Examples: Amelia likes meat, but she doesn't eat it. Amelia likes meat. She doesn't eat it, though. Examples with however and although. They had waterproofs on. However, they still got wet. They had waterproofs on, although they still got wet. When it comes to sentence position, though is definitely the most versatile, as it can be placed at the beginning, middle, or even at the end of the sentence. We put although and even though at the beginning or in the middle position, but not at the end of the sentence or in front of adjectives. Even though is the right choice when we want to make a stronger contrast between the expectation and the actual result. The phrase as though is used instead of like. Examples: It looked like it was going to rain. It looked as though it was going to rain. He is not at home. I will keep trying though. The house is nice, though small. His first name was William, though no one called him that. She smiled as though she had won the lottery. He sang as though he was performing on stage. He spoke to me as though we were old friends. He worked as though he had a deadline to meet. She cooked as though she was a professional chef. He painted as though he was creating a masterpiece. We lost the championship game, though we played really well. We waited ages for our food. The waiter was really nice, though. I like him. Though he makes me angry sometimes. My job is stressful, though it's a great place to work. I really like my teacher. She can be strict, though. Though the wound be healed, yet a scar remains. Though he slept soundly, he awoke instantly. I do not usually drink coffee, though I've had 2 cups today. He acted as though he was angry. It looked as though it was going to rain. He failed his driving test, though he practiced a lot. That's a lot of money for a ring. It's totally worth it, though. I think she's coming at 11 a.m. I'm not sure, though. Tom could play tennis quite well, though he didn't train as much. Though the weather was very cold and snowy, the kids played outside. He doesn't want to go to the doctor, though he is very sick. He failed in the exam, although he studied very hard. Although she was tired, she continued to work. Although I'm really hungry, I'll wait for the others to arrive. Although I feel sick, I still have to go to work. Although it was raining, the umbrella kept me dry. Although it was raining, the coffee shop was still busy. Although it was raining, the birds were still singing. She was cautious, although she wanted to try something new. Although it was raining, the frog in the pond was happy. Although he was far away, she could see that he was watching her. Although he was exhausted, sleep didn't come. I ate the whole sandwich, although it tasted terrible. My dog is friendly, although it barks loudly. Although small, the room has a spacious feel. Although she is young, she is very independent. He keeps at his studies although he is ill. Although he's quite old, he's still very active. He walked home by himself, although he knew that it was dangerous. Although he had only entered the contest for fun, he won first prize. Although my car is very old, it still runs very well. Although I poured it carefully, I still managed to spill some. Although small, the kitchen is well designed. They are generous although they are poor. They joined running in the park, although it was cold and windy. Even though they were millionaires, they drive old cars. She is still very hungry, even though she ate very much. Even though he was very tired, he decided to go out. She had a good time with her family, even though she was very busy yesterday. Even though we had 3 hours to spare for shopping, we couldn't find the clothes we wanted. Even though it rained a lot, we enjoyed our vacation. The phone woke me up, even though it wasn't very loud. The party was fun, even though it was crowded. Even though I was sick, I still did my work. Even though I didn't like the food, I ate it all. He pretended to be happy even though he was sad. Even though it was raining, I went for a run. Even though she was nervous, she gave a great speech. Even though I was angry, I didn't yell at my brother. The beach was beautiful, even though it was crowded. Even though the weather was hot, they went for a hike. Even though the movie was long, we stayed till the end. Even though she had a fear of heights, she went skydiving. Even though the traffic was heavy, he arrived on time. I'm still feeling tired even though I slept for 9 hours. The music is still playing even though the party is over. The boxer refused to surrender even though he was losing. She didn't get the job, even though she had all the necessary qualifications. To watch more videos, subscribe our PEP English channel.